y'all, welcome back to another video with your girl Miss Clean. Today you guys will be watching me bleach, customize, and install this beautiful unit from UNICE hair. So the unit comes with 3 combs in total, 2 on the side and 1 on the back. It also comes with the lace in the back, but if we're really being honest, you can't even use it because they sewed the tracks onto it, so I don't even know why that's there. After inspecting the hair for some time, I noticed that the lace isn't that thick and that can definitely be worked with. The knots were also not thick, and I really did appreciate that because those can definitely be bleached. There was minimal shedding, little to none, zero at all, and I was really combing my fingers through it. Look at how cute that curl pattern is. Yes. When bleaching my units, I use quick blue powder bleach because I noticed that it doesn't leave the lace that nasty yellow tint that happens if you leave the bleach sitting on the lace for too long. So that's why I really do like that powdered bleach. After using my 30 volume developer, I dibble and dabble with the bleach and the developer, and I mix it until I get this whipped consistency. Like, it's thick, but it's not thick enough where it can't bleach the knots. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't just sit on top of the lace. You can actually apply this to this unit and expect your knots to actually be bleached. When putting on the bleach on the lace, I'm very careful with it, and I use all of it. I want to make sure that every single knot is coated, and I gently press in as I'm doing it to make sure that it's not just sitting on the lace but actually bleaching the knots themselves. So using an adequately sized aluminum foil, I take the hair and I place it onto the piece of foil. Now, I know the way that you guys saw me do it, it wasn't necessarily that gentle, but like I said before, we are trying to make sure that these knots are bleached. So I tucked that baby into that aluminum foil and I left it for approximately 16 to 17 minutes so that, it could really do some good work. Now afterwards, I rinsed it off with some water and I went in with some shampoo so that I could scrub all of the excess bleach out of the hair. We are not trying to overprocess or ruin this unit at all. I don't have a white wig head as of yet, so I used a towel that I had in my house and I placed it over my mannequin head so that when I put the lace wig on top of it, the knots are way more visible to me. wig cap onto my client's head, I used Got2b gel and Got2b freeze spray to outline her hairline, and I used a blow dryer to dry it. So after cutting off the excess cap from my client's head, I went in with concealer. I have the darkest and the lightest of the Pro Concealer line. I also have two pressed powders, a medium shade and a mid-dark shade. I ended up using the concealer, and I used a flat brush to apply it to her cap. Now what I did is I mixed the two concealers together until I found the color that matched her the best, and I applied it to the entire front part of the wig cap. So after I place my glue onto the wig cap, I use a wooden stick to press the glue from where it is down to just a little bit before where the wig cap stops, so that I can get rid of any of the ridges that might have been there from me just cutting the wig cap off. Now what this does is it creates that, well, it actually gets rid of the barrier that was there from the ridges so that it looks like, you know, plain skin. After putting the first layer of glue, I actually measured the unit on her head to see whether or not it was too tight or if she felt like it was too loose, so that we could get that whole situation situated before I actually melt the lace front onto her head. Now, after she felt comfortable with the way the wig was, I went in with my second and third layer of glue. So if you're wondering why there's no part, it is because this is a no part look. This is something new that my client wanted to try, and I was definitely all for it. After cutting off all of the excess lace with a single bladed razor, I went in and I took some glue and I placed it on all the spots where there wasn't any and where I saw that the lace was lifting or there was a little bit of space. Just touch-ups. When it comes to creating edges, I use mousse. Now, the reason why I use mousse is because it is way easier to work with. It's way easier to be creative and to just let things flow and for the swoops to be swoops, you feel me? And I don't use a single bladed razor when I'm doing the edges. I noticed that some other hairstylists do that, but when I put my edges down where they're supposed to be, the razor kind of messes up that order, while the scissor is way more precise with how I want things to look.